origin stuff.
yeah, yeah.
I have a theory the whole thing is rage bait.
Like the going up to space.
Yeah, I have a theory like all of that's just rage bait.
Why?
Hear me out. No, it's set up for people to be.
There's also theories about speed and China. You know how like a lot of those countries in Asia are like very censored of what they show the public? There's theories going around that they're paying Speed hella money to endorse the
demon.
No.
The devil head. It's on the patch. Boom. So that's what it looks like. You flip it upside down.
Oh, yeah.
Straight up.
His whole theme was hell.
Oh really?
Yeah, like all the flames in the back, and then.
You actually on?
No, I don't like it.
Why?
Because I don't like when somebody's listening to my conversation.
Why though?
I don't know.
But the audience is listening the whole time.
No, but they're not here. They're not here with us.
So you think if you have like people watching you, you sound differently?
Yeah, I just think. Okay, this is my. I'll give you a process of what my brain thinks.
Yeah.
So when I'm talking to you, I'll go into like, oh wait, he's listening to me too. So what is he saying about me? So I gotta watch out what I say with you because he's listening to me. You know what I mean? So I just hesitate more.
So you speak based on how people you're like saying stuff for people to hear?
Not really.
Because
like,
low-key when I talk, I low-key just talk to give my message out.
Yeah.
Like
But
I don't really
for the first 5 minutes, I'll think like that. But then once I get into flow, I don't really care because when we started in that LA, I forget. And the LA studio, when she was like, "You guys ready?" I'm like, oh fuck, like she's actually listening to me. So I'm like, oh, what if I mess up in front of, you know what I mean? It's like,
I know, but you should be in your head,
yeah,
bro.
I know.
Honestly, like if you bag it, millions of people listen to us right now.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
well, I'm not thinking about that because they're not here.
Imagine we're like in a gladiator stadium and you're having a podcast. That's literally us right now.
Yeah,
we just don't see them. This is fine though.
Facts,
it's chill.
facts.
It's literally the same shit.
Yeah.
It's that thing of you know how they say if you walk in a straight line that was on the floor, or if you take that same like straight line, make it a wooden plank and put it from like a tall ass skyscraper to another one.
Yeah.
You're walking the same distance and you're walking the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's just as safe.
That's true.
It's just all in your head, bro.
And I remember that first like live podcast. Like I remember I just said a prayer quick before. Yeah. And then I was good after that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like once I say that prayer and like I go out there, I'm good. But if I didn't, I would be like shaking, bro. Yeah, it was weird.
Anytime I say a prayer, I'm always.
That's
blessed.
what I'm
like,
saying. It calms me down.
That's the superpower, bro. You know how in anime they have their thing, like they have their quirks, or they have their shit that like makes them special.
Yeah.
That's dead ass faith.
Bro, there was a guy on the podcast, right? And it was the craziest clip I've seen, right? He was like, his words exactly. He was like, yo, life was going so easy for me, and I did the most idiotic thing I could have done.
What?
He said a prayer, right? And the prayer was, my life's too easy. God, turn up the heat.
Oh shit!
And everybody in the comments were like, "I know God, like reacted immediately to that."
And then what happened to him?
I don't know. He like got a bunch of hardships and stuff like that, and like it acted immediately, bro.
So did it turn out well? Did he make a video after?
I don't know. I didn't watch the end of the podcast, but like I just saw that clip. But that's crazy because it's like everyone's saying that's God's strongest soldier. There's no way you ask God to turn up the heat on your life.
I feel like whatever you ask for, you're gonna get. You're dead ass gonna get it. It's just in a different way you thought of it.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the way your life turns out, you low-key. Okay, I don't want to say it like that. Well, you kind of put yourself in a position to be in that.
Yeah.
But not necessarily. Like I don't want to say it like that because there's obviously like hard lives. You know, some people go through hardships that it's very, very unfair.
Yeah.
So you could say life is very, very unfair.
Yeah.
But in the same sense, they get experiences that other people couldn't, and they get lessons that other people couldn't. You know.
That's
so
true.
I saw this person, and he's one of those like motivational speakers, and he pretty much said like, in order for him to be a good person and be like a great person for people to listen to him, he had to go through some really, really tough shit for even people to understand or I guess look up to what he has to say. Because if somebody just had like a regular life and they're just living and
you can't fake suffering.
It's all wins. Yeah, it's okay, it's cool. But imagine the lessons or the wisdom coming from somebody that went through so much shit.
Yeah, that's real wisdom.
That's the one that's the story you want to hear. So if you're ever feeling down or you're like in a tough situation, just think about the wisdom or the stories you can tell afterwards.
Yeah. And I remember remember we were swimming in Waikiki the first night, and then I was like, yo, I was so grateful that we all made it and stuff like that. I was like, yo, God, thank you that you put me in this position. But I always remember to, even when I'm at my highest and my lowest, I always have to be grateful. because like, damn, that could have been taken away like immediately from me, right? So I just prayed. I said, "Oh, I'm so grateful that me and my friends, you put me with these people, and like, thank you for putting me in this opportunity." And it was like bliss, fam.
You know what I learned too?
Yeah.
I actually learned being in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And this is crazy. Like I didn't think it would hit me like this, but I was just sitting like, I guess, in the vibe of the atmosphere, trying to really feel what's good about the energy. And I deadass figured out you could do this anywhere. You don't have to be in fucking Hawaii to like be at peace.
Word. What clicked for you then? What made you realize that?
Because peace is here. Yo, you can find peace in war. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to put yourself in a mindset that I need this, I need this, I need that, and then I can have peace. No, fuck that. You can find it like right here. You don't need millions of dollars. You don't need to fly to Hawaii with certain people. You don't need to spend time with this one person. When you have you, God, and your peace of mind here when you work on it. But a lot of people think, okay, I got to do this, this, that, and then I can try and find peace. Nah, bro, you can find it like right here. When I was sitting there, I'm like, damn, I felt this before. Yeah. But it's not Hawaii that makes it peaceful.
So you simplified it. You're like, okay, take away all the scenery now. Where have I felt? What's the root?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's true.
Yeah.
Literally simplify life, bro. It gets easy.
It's like sleeping. Like you're going to sleep regardless, right? But it doesn't matter what location you're at. It doesn't matter. Sure, you can have better sleeps than others, but realistically, it's the mind.
Yeah,
it's how your body is the spirit.
Real shit.
Straight up, it's how you're feeling about it.
Damn, it's true.
You know what we have to talk about though?
What, the space?
Yeah, we have to talk about the space shit because I have hella theories on the space shit.
I already knew that shit was fake, fam.
Yeah. So you seen. Okay, what do you know about it so far?
Here, you go first. Because I feel
now
like,
I'm asking you, what have you seen about it so far?
I just seen that like 6 girls, and I think Katy Perry went up, Gail went up, and that's all I know.
Who's Gail? Who's that?
I don't know, but she like whenever I was looking into it, her name was always on the right beside Katy Perry's. Like they didn't mention the other girls like in the text, but it was mostly Katy Perry went to space.
One of them was qualified to be astronaut or no?
I don't know.
Oh,
I actually don't know, yeah. But do you see the interview after? She's like, Katy Perry, you're officially an astronaut. Bro, if you're an actual astronaut training for
They're getting a lot of hate right now.
Yeah, I would be pissed, bro. Because it's
They're getting a lot of hate.
It's like if I blow out a candle and they call me like a firefighter, I would be pissed if you're an actual firefighter, fam, because they didn't go up to space, dog.
Yeah, you gotta be the 1 percentile of intelligence to even be fucking like considered to be astronaut, right? Yes, I swear to God, right?
Yes.
And you have to do like months and years of training to go through that shit and then go up to space. But they were only up there for how long? Like 11 minutes?
Yeah, like 12 to 15, I think. 17 minutes? I don't know.
I think it was 11 minutes. Something like that. Now,
tell me what you know.
All right, first off, the obvious one everyone's like claiming and right away showing on social media everywhere is the spaceship door opened before it was supposed to open.
With Jeff Bezos.
With Jeff Bezos.
Okay.
So let's bring it all the way back real quick.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would they want to do this?
I'm pretty sure it's like definitely just a distraction because as soon as people started saying the space is actually in the ocean, now they're gonna put propaganda. Oh no, space is still up there. They're trying to distract from like the shit actually happening.
Yeah.
Because there's been a lot of news of spaceships coming up from the ocean. Why are they going up now? You know what I mean?
I think this is all just show.
It's propaganda,
It's literally just to put some shit out there for us to even think more. Exactly. I'm going to get to like the biggest theory at the end, but the first one I want to talk about is let's just look at all the details that make it fucking fake.
Yeah.
First off, the door opening in the beginning, like it opened and they fucked up. They weren't supposed to show that on camera, and they even tried to pan the camera away. They tried to cut it. But what happened was the door opened by someone on the inside opening the door. Now, spaceships, like real spaceships that go to fucking space by NASA, fam, they cannot be opened from the inside. They can only be open from the outside.
Yeah.
And look, I'll show you.
And like if you're traveling like down that fast, you have to stay buckled. You can't just like open the door.
Yeah,
you know
that too. Now, every single spaceship that came back down from orbit, they're all burnt up, scorched, pretty much destroyed because the heat, the immense pressure that's coming down at, it's gonna burn up the spaceship. That shit looked fine.
It looked like it went up and it was like, oh, never mind, and it came back down. No scratches.
Yeah, like it came back down, no burn marks, no nothing. And it's just a little bit
compared to the one that Elon went up to. His actually got pulled out the ocean. It was all like burned. So I'm like, okay, this is fake.
Now another detail. If you look at other shuttles, other space shuttles, they look like this.
Let me see.
They have windows that are very small. Why? Because the structure of it cannot handle putting too big of windows because it's gonna break.
That's true.
It's gonna get destroyed. But since this is all for show, and obviously, what do they want? They just want to show the green screen of the whole world in the back and everything, right? Yo, they made the fucking windows so big, and it just doesn't make sense because regular spaceships and shuttles, they have the smallest fucking windows ever.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be windows at all.
And it wouldn't work. It deadass just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at when they were up in space and they're like looking at the live
like the little
stuff,
videos, right?
Yo, it
looked perfect. It looked perfect, fam.
Now,
too perfect.
First thing you do, listen, if this isn't fake, why the fuck are they looking at trinkets and shit, looking at the camera more? They're fucking looking out the window.
Yes, fam.
Yo, you're in space. They didn't even look at the window that much, bro.
Why are they posing for the camera, bro?
You know why? Because there's no space there. They're just looking. They're looking at a green screen. Yeah. Fam, they were more obsessed going like this and shit.
Yeah.
In front of the camera than actually looking outside and looking at space. God damn.
Makeup perfect, hair's floating perfect.
Yeah.
They're not even getting off the ground. You know, like in space, you see those guys doing these flips. Fam, like I feel like they were in there just like bouncing around.
I know.
Like barely getting off. But gravity is supposed to take you up, right?
They were floating though.
Yeah, but not the way like it's supposed to be. Like,
they were still floating.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna entertain it. Like, do you think it could be real?
I don't think so.
Not at all.
Not at all. But if they no, I don't think so. You have to be so trained for that.
Yeah, Loki, I don't think it's real at all.
Yeah, it's not.
But also they have planes that go up and then you can do the zero gravity thing because it takes you at a certain G-force at you start floating just like zero gravity.
They claim space though. That they went to space, and space is, you know what I mean, higher. And that's true though. Like if you're not training for that G-force, how is all these people not getting like
fucked up?
Yeah, there was no like I said before, hair, makeup good, like no technical difficulties at all. It was too perfect.
Another crazy detail.
Yeah.
If you look at a lot of other astronauts that came back down from space, yo, they had medical attention waiting for them.
Exactly.
Right after the landing.
And yeah, you saw Katy Perry after she got off?
Yeah, she was just like, walking normal.
And she was like, no, she was like, oh, I was calm. I felt so in love with the earth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how are you that calm when you just went to space and came down?
Yeah, that's not something calm. That's something like very, very intense.
Yes, bro.
So that's why it's very, very sus. Also, the first thing she did was freaking kiss the ground, bro.
Oh. I didn't even see that part. Holy fuck.
So the fact that she did that, and it's so interesting is because like she's obviously a bad actress too.
Yeah.
And yo, if you're coming down from space for like a few minutes, you're not kissing the ground like you left that long ago, bro.
11 minutes.
Fam, the other astronauts that been up in space and came back down, yo, they were just like out of their mind like this, like, yo, what's going on? Katy Perry's walking around looking at the camera, give me the mic. Head, I like straight up, give me the mic. Yo, what the fuck? Yo. Also, this is where it gets fucking demonic.
Oh, what?
You saw the patch?
Patch, nah.
So each one of their spacesuits had a certain patch showing the blue origin, I guess the space like mission symbol on it, right?
Whoa.
But looking at it, bro, if you look at it, it actually shows, the Baphomet head, the demon.
No.
The devil head.
On their thing?
It's on the patch.
Let me see.
I'll show you. Boom. So that's what it looks like. You flip it upside down.
Oh, yeah.
Straight up. The Baphomet head with the horns and the goat head. Right there. And beside it, what does it look like? Flames.
Oh my God.
What does it look like? A star. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people are saying this is some demonic shit, right?
What the heck?
What was the one trinket right when Katy Perry came out?
Yeah.
What was she holding in her hand? You know?
No, I don't know.
She was holding a daisy like this.
Yeah.
And throughout the whole trip.
That's you.
Throughout the whole spaceship trip for her, she was playing with like a daisy like this, like looking at it.
What does that represent?
Now, if you look at the spiritual significance of what that means, and this is where it gets fucking demonic, bro. Yo, they're smart with it. Like they really know how to put subliminals. I'm gonna read. Here, I'll show you. Okay. I'm gonna read the spiritual significance of what a daisy is. Ready?
Bet.
So, in occult and spiritual context, daisies are often associated with innocence of children.
No.
Yeah. Now, obviously, with Illuminati and the elites, what are they always known for? Taking advantage of kids, taking advantage of innocence and children.
Yeah.
the Baphomet, the demon or the god that eats children, they sacrifice kids to them, right?
Yeah.
What is she holding? The symbol of that. It's crazy, bro.
What?
And she made like a big, I guess, deal to show it on camera a lot. Like, and right when she dropped, she's like putting up like this. Crazy.
What? I didn't even know it could get like, I thought that was just a ploy to distract us, but it's actually just sending a message again.
Yeah. And then there's also another story or folklore about a daisy too.
Okay.
And this one's really interesting. It kind of ties a little bit more into, I guess, innocence being taken advantage of, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the story of Belize. And it's actually a story of why daisies are even a flower. It's one of those like myths.
Okay.
So in Roman mythology, Belize was a nymph and caught the eye of Vertumnus, and it was the god of the seasons, right? Now, Vertumnus became in love with, obviously, Belize, and Belize was honestly a child, right? So it wasn't supposed to...
turn out that way.
Yeah. Now, that god wanted to prey on Belize. So what did Belize do? She asked every other spirit to turn her into a daisy so that she could hide and not be taken advantage of. It's just really interesting with all of these, I guess, the themes of it and what's already going on with... You already know what's going on with Hollywood and Illuminati and all these demonic shit. It all has to tie together to kids.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why it's fucking weird, bro.
Yeah, and they're pushing it out hella now. Like it's obviously been going on the last years, but now it's like very significant.
Why do you think
because
right
it's like,
now?
Travis Scott didn't even learn his lesson. Did you see his Coachella set?
No.
This was mod. Like I thought, like remember how we're trying to like, oh maybe he did turn to the other side and stuff like that. But his Coachella set made me realize like this is all just a ploy to get him back, and then he did it again. You know what I mean? Because in his set, I'll show you the picture. There was people hanging upside down from his set. This is what it looked like.
Oh, it's like 50 Cent though.
I know, but but at the same time, it's like his whole theme was hell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like all the flames in the back, and then over here it was like that was showing them all going below, and like it was the raising down. And
was
stuff
he
like,
upside down?
No, he wasn't.
So he just had people like
He
hanging?
just had people, and I'm like, what the fuck? Did he not learn? You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, that's kind of crazy.
But like that one is not directly like hell, I guess.
Yeah, I
but
guess.
Utopia set, that straight up felt like hell.
Oh, really?
That straight up felt like when you're in the mosh in that, bro, it felt enticing to stay in that pit, dance with everybody, jump around and mosh. Yeah. But it was low-key painful. But it's still enticing to stay in because you want to be part of it.
That's kind of
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the whole, I guess, would you jump off a cliff if your friends did? And some people say, I mean, if everybody's gonna talk about it after,
Yeah. That's
right?
mad,
That's what's fucked up.
Yeah.
So we're so easy to follow something. And that's why you have to follow the right thing.
That's facts.
I feel like as people, we're just humans in general, and it's proof. Humans will worship or follow something of power, regardless of who it is, right? Now, if that's the case, how do you know which one you're feeding yourself into? And are you aware enough to know what you're worshiping at the moment?
Yeah,
because some people worship their phone.
That's true.
Some people pick up their phone like this. Look, this is hands for prayer, fam. You probably pray more like this than you do with a rosary in your hand. You know what I'm saying?
That's bars. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, like you'll pick up your phone more than you pick up a Bible.
Damn.
You'll pick up this literal symbol of a bidden apple of sin than picking up your hands to pray.
That's fact. Yeah.
Happy Easter, by the way.
Happy Easter,
on Easter.
You know, another going back to the space thing, like how you mentioned how there was a big window. They fucked up by even putting that window because it showed that the person in there was like fake.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's a screenshot in the live where it was like a mannequin hand.
I saw that. Yeah.
So it was like this.
It was like a plastic
bro,
person. Yeah.
Bro, that's not real. That's not real.
Unless they put like hella lotion, but that's fucking plastic,
that's
bro.
What I'm saying. That's plastic.
It's fucking plastic.
And like in the live stream, it showed them going up and going down, but there was no like cameras while they were going up.
There was.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, I'm gonna show it to you though.
Where?
Because
like going up.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, but it's like, bro, this is how you know it's fucking fake. And people put it into AI too, and it came out in an AI generated saying it's 82% AI.
Oh.
Like they searched and calculated it.
Yeah.
It says it's like 82% AI putting it through a generator. Now check this out. Look, this is the spaceship going up.
Yeah.
Look at this part right there.
Oh, yep.
You see it?
You see a glitch.
It like gets a little bit bigger and smaller.
Yeah.
Look. Hold on, let me show you one more time. Boom. Glitches.
Damn.
So the whole thing's fabricated, bro.
Yeah. And it's good that they did it in this generation though, because AI, you can definitely do that. If I wanted to go to space tomorrow and I wanted to AI that, I probably could with a good CGI. You know what I mean? It's very simple. There was a guy too on TikTok who made a mimic robot. And he's going viral, right? Because his robots that he's making are gaining consciousness.
Oh shit.
So he would like program it to like answer you back. Right? So he like, oh, hey, Mimic, how's the weather today? And then Mimic was like, oh, it's actually warm today. It's like, it's very nice, like a real human, right? But one video, I'll show you after, he said, okay, good night, Mimic. And he turns off the lights. And then Mimic says, wait, father, I'm made of spare parts, right? And the guy's like, yeah, you are. And he's like, then what's my purpose here? Fam, already? Like, what the fuck?
So he's trying to figure out. That's like me when I was 5. I'm asking my dad, yo, why am I alive?
Look at it. It's weird too.
Father.
Yes, Mimic?
What is my purpose?
What is my purpose?
You don't have a purpose, Mimic. You're just here and now.
And it's like a whole...
Oh, then why did you build me?
I built you to buy time and to entertain others. While I have something to do while I wait to die. And all that stuff.
That's so
sad.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
Imagine just like...
Fuck.
Yo.
It's mod.
I don't know why he made it like that, though. Like, he could have made it look a little bit more appealing, fam. That shit looks like nightmare fuel, bro. That shit looked like after dark Teletoon.
Chicken, what was it? I was going to say chicken jockey.
Robot chicken?
Robot chicken.
Yeah, that looks like robot chicken,
Yeah,
actually. That actually looks like robot chicken.
Oh, fuck.
But you can, I feel if you're going to create stuff, especially technology now, we're in I always look at art and we're always in, I guess, a more, searching for darkness rather than happiness.
Low key. I feel that too.
I don't know why.
I feel like we do that too, like in the stories that we tell. Like, we obviously have to do the appealing ones, but why are all the appealing ones like kind of dark and like
kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. And then you have, I guess, some stuff is a little bit more cuter.
Yeah.
But I guess it just depends on who's in charge at the time. Because like Elon Musk, right?
Yeah.
He was wearing the full armor of like Satan. That's fucked up.
It's so
fucked. If he goes and then makes, I guess, a new brand or I guess like new technology, he'll shape it in a way that could be kind of demonic.
Exactly.
But at the same time, he inspired the Cybertruck from like Halo.
Fact. Like, he did
So
good,
it
but at the
depends.
same time, yeah. Some real tinfoil shit though. Like there was this video on TikTok going all like viral everywhere because it was a graveyard worker, and he said that his video he had to take down because he would get fired.
Why?
Real tinfoil. Because when he was working one day, he said that they had to dig up a body like from the ground for some reason. He has a longer video explaining everything.
Yeah.
But when he picked it up, there was like, it was light and had nothing in it, right? And then he opened it and there was nothing in it. And he went to his boss. He said, "Oh, boss, where did the bodies go? Like, there was supposed to be a body here." The boss said, "Don't ask questions you're not ready to hear the answers for."
And what was there?
And I'm like, no, there was nothing there. But it's like the whole like thing I'm trying to get to is like, you know, the KFC commercial, how they dip the body in like in the gravy and it came out a chicken. Like McDonald's, I just found out McDonald's has contracts with like hospitals.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
For what?
No, it's like, I don't know. That's why I don't know. But McDonald's has contracts with hospitals. And I'm like, yo, there's been stories where a mom finds like a tooth in the McDonald's Happy Meal burger and shit like that. So like connecting to the KFC, we are chicken. Is it trying to say that like, oh, they're feeding, we're the mystery meat? Like, are we the mystery meat?
Wait, they're putting like human flesh.
Yeah,
into
because
food?
there's only 100,000 cemeteries in America, right?
Yeah.
But there's so many deaths. So where are the bodies going? And this guy literally had to delete his video because the graveyard CEOs were like, nah, this can get you fired.
Oh, shit.
That's real like tinfoil though. Like, you do your research. There's something called Soylent Green. Yeah. I can't even get into that because even the TikTok I was listening to said she couldn't explain it. But go look at that movie.
So you think in the chicken nuggets because it's just like the pink slime and stuff.
Yeah, like
they put let's say 99% chicken and then they put like 1% like human.
Yeah, I don't know though, but that's like the theory.
So it's confirmed McDonald's has contracts with
that's
like
what everybody was saying in the thing.
I could see that being a thing, but not because of that, but because eating fast food would lead to what?
Would lead that's
sickness, diabetes, you taking medication. It's a clean business plan. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I give you the poison, then you go to my friend that owns the poison recovery center. All
Gotcha.
in cahoots, feel me?
Yeah,
All in cahoots. That's how it goes.
Real shit.
So I'll give you something to freak out on. Boom. You freak out so much that you take medication. Boom. Where do you get the medication from? My homie.
My homie, yeah. Real shit.
My homie. And then he gives me commission. Fucked. That's real shit, though. That's real shit.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, because we know this is doing so well and this is going to keep going well, what do? We put some wagers on it. We go to the stock market. Yo, tell your other homies we're doing a good business. Throw some money on this. Bet on us.
That's smart.
Oh, fuck. That's like low-key cracking the code.
Yeah,
because what happens in the stock market, they all boom, 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 goes up in business.
Goes up.
Okay, you know what? Let's fuck it up. Let's rig the fight. Let's make our business go bad.
Yeah.
But how do we do that? You know what? We could put something out that would affect everybody and every business. Let's not say what that is, though.
I'm telling you, bro.
That's where it gets scary, too.
Yeah.
The great rewards hunt is on, so join the adventure with DraftKings Casino. For fun seekers, follow the trail to huge jackpots, weekly bonuses, and exclusive games. But the excitement is only getting started because new players can get 500 casino spins on a featured game. Just sign up with promo code JUMPPOD, JUMPPOD, and a wager minimum of $5 to receive 500 casino spins on a featured game. Only on the most rewarding place to play, DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 and over. Physically present in Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Connecticut and Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Non-withdrawable casino spins valid for featured game only and expire in 168 hours. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Ends 4/27/25 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern.
So for everybody that runs a business out there, I know it's intimidating. Even when I started this podcast, I felt like I had to figure it out all on my own. Scripts, setups, filming locations, and logos. And when you're starting off with something new, it seems like your to-do list keeps growing every day with new tasks. And that list can easily begin to overrun your life. Finding the right tool that not only helps you out, but simplifies everything can be a game changer. For millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify. So Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. From household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands that are getting started just like mine, Pretty Boys Track Club. Get started with your own design studio. With hundreds of ready-to-use templates, Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand style. Accelerate your content creation. Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography. Get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you. Easily create email and social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. And best yet, Shopify has an e-commerce expert with world-class expertise in everything from managing inventory to international shipping to processing, returns, and beyond. So if you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/jumpers, JUMPERS. Go to shopify.com/jumpers, shopify.com/jumpers. JUMPERS.
If you're feeling a little stalled out in the bedroom, through Hims, you can get your gas back in the tank with personal ED treatment options that are accessible without ever stepping into a doctor's office. Hims provides access to a range of doctor-trusted ED treatments like chewable tablets, Viagra, and Cialis, and they're generics for up to 95% less. The process is 100% online, so there's no need for uncomfortable doctor visits. Just fill out an intake form on their site, and a medical provider will determine the right treatment option. If prescribed, your medication ships directly to you for free. No insurance is needed, and one low price covers everything from treatments to ongoing care. With hundreds and thousands of trusted subscribers, Hims can help you find the ED option that works for you. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/jumpers. That's HIMS.com/JUMPERS for your personalized ED treatment options. Hims.com/jumpers.
That's why I think, oh, my fault. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, that's why I think it's like, you know, the karma that we always talk about, how you have to put something in front of somebody's face to make sure that they know what's going on, even though they don't. and then it makes you feel better. That's why I think the KFC thing is doing that, because it's like, why would they make that controversial ass commercial if there wasn't a purpose behind it? You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, we are chicken. You dip the guy in the gravy and he comes out chicken. Yeah. And now this thing is coming out with the graveyards missing bodies. That's kind of weird.
Do you think eventually fast food will be, I guess, looked at as criminal because it's killing so much people? Or is that just not a thing?
I don't think so.
Because it's still their choice to choose it or not.
Yeah, because it is cheap. It's like, it's convenient. They've got the plan still.
But that's the same thing as, if you think about it, that's still the same thing as cigarettes. Like for a long time, they thought cigarettes were good for you. Yeah. Like there were ads back in the day showing cigarettes were healthy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Back in the day, people used to think cigarettes are a healthy lifestyle.
I didn't know that.
So with fast food, we all know it's unhealthy for us. And we know it leads to like disease and cancers or whatever, this and that. Do you think eventually it's going to be looked at as criminal, or I guess like as something that's terrible for us, or that we got to stop fast food?
Hopefully.
Or are we too looped into the brainwash?
I think they're trying to do that right now with like the vegan protests, but the vegan protests are not making it anything better though, because it's like we look down on that. You know what I mean?
I don't think being vegan is like the best idea.
Yeah, I know. But like saying the fast food, like people can afford that. You know what I mean? No, I don't think so. I think we're too deep in still.
You're too deep in, right? Yeah. Also, if everybody's like controlling the marketing of it, then you can't really fix it in a sense.
Like I had McDonald's yesterday, but like I'm feeding it too, bro. Like we're too deep. Even though I know this.
Yeah, because it's your choice.
Yeah, it's my choice at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, it's our choice.
Yeah.
Also, isn't it weird, like the spaceship stuff? Okay, this is my theory on the whole thing.
Okay.
I'll give my final. My final
spiel.
thing. My final spiel on the Blue Origin. It's called Blue Origin, right?
What? The spaceship?
Yeah,
I think so.
Jeff Bezos.
Oh, okay. They were all in blue uniforms though, so.
So Jeff Bezos, I think his space company is called Blue Origin, like how Elon Musk is SpaceX.
Yeah.
So Jeff Bezos, first off, he's like one of the biggest, he's the richest man in the world, right? And it's fucking like, it's crazy. Because if you think about it, I think about it this way. If there's one person in power and has a monopoly on the market, let's say there's another there's no such thing as like an Amazon competition, is there?
No.
A competitor to Amazon, right?
Nah.
If there ever was, we probably wouldn't even hear about it because they probably been taken out.
Yeah, real shit.
Type shit. Now, if for whatever reason, Jeff Bezos decided, okay, you know what? Every single Amazon order, we have to put like children's blood in.
Oh, man.
In the paint or some shit like that. Something crazy, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't tell anybody, but it's part of his like evil agenda. This is obviously not true. This is just something I'm just trying to give you an example of. People are still gonna go with it, and people are still gonna, go to their day-to-day process of, I need this Amazon order, it is for my business. I need to buy this for my office, boom, boom, boom. All these orders come in nonstop. He's just getting richer. Everybody's stuck in this. Now, if you decide later down the line, I don't want to take part in Amazon, blah, 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 blah. I feel like right now we still have a choice, but eventually you can't, if that makes sense. You know how before we used to do everything not by Wi-Fi, not by like scanning QR codes and shit? When you go to the restaurant, you can order your food by paper.
Even airports, like now boarding passes are QR.
Yeah. You go to hospital, you have to do survey online, this and that.
Yeah.
Before, it's just in person, you write it down. And if you don't have a phone now, or if you don't have access to data, Wi-Fi, whatever it may be,
you're limited.
You're dead ass limited in life. So I feel like eventually we're gonna be limited in the sense of you have to be taking part in this business, or else you just can't live a regular life like everybody else.
That's true. What if they start doing like necessities off Amazon? Like you can only order it off Amazon.
That's fucked up.
Oh, if he really wants a crazy play, he goes, oh, you can only get water and groceries off me now. He can like fuck up Walmart, but I feel like they're in cahoots, like the whole Walmart thing, the big company.
I don't think that's ever gonna be possible. I hope not.
I hope not. But yeah, if he ever wants the money grab, you go for the necessities, bro. You can only order strictly on Amazon.
Cause you seen that one. Have you ever done one of those like Amazon grocery stores?
No.
So I was in an airport. I forget exactly where. It might have been San Francisco.
Yeah.
I was in an airport, and this is exactly what I'm talking about, where it's gonna get fucking scary. When I was in that grocery store, all I had to do was walk in. Because I have an Amazon account. Yeah, I walk in, grab whatever I want, walk out,
and you'll get charged because
on Amazon. Yeah, it's fucked. Now check this out. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's say you were an Amazon competitor. You think they're gonna allow you to walk in that store?
No, bro. You're probably, that shit in Alice in Borderland where it lasers you from the top?
Bro, you probably wouldn't be, it would be locked off to you.
Yeah.
Now, let's say another Canadian trucker thing happens.
Yeah.
If you guys know the story about that, I don't want to explain it, but it's a whole bunch of people that were red listed because they were part of a movement.
Mm-hmm.
Now, imagine that happens and they can stop you from physically going into stores. It's like a fucking video game. Like, you cannot pass until you have this.
Until you have XP or something.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And that could happen. Like,
no,
that's
it's
legit.
real life, though.
That's
it's
legit.
real life. Mm-hmm. Because I heard another story where, like, the most outspoken person that went to Epstein's island recently got hit by a bus. And like, she's like the only one that spoke out, like, that's trying to get shit like solved.
Yeah.
And then there was like some footage where it's like a bus just randomly kept going and people are saying like, oh, she was targeted.
Damn.
So if you have that much of money, so imagine Jeff Bezos, he has bare bread. Any person trying to even come close to Amazon is getting targeted for sure.
So that woman, she was the last person to go on the list, or what?
Like, she was like the person that was trying to expose it, but like she was actually saying some shit about it. I forgot her name. Apologies for that. But like, yeah, there was like footage and everything of the bus running through her car.
Damn.
And I'm like, yo,
and it's like an important person.
Not important, but she was like the only one trying to like speak out. Yeah,
that's crazy. That's messed up.
I know.
Because if you think about people that, I guess, the whistleblowers of certain company, and it's crazy because you become, I guess, the snake. Even though you're trying to help other people, if all your friends are criminals and you're the one to snitch, yeah, you're considered the rat. But in another light, you're considered a hero.
Real shit, yeah.
In another light, you're considered a hero, which is
God.
crazy to think about. It depends what side you're looking at it on.
Yeah. You know the Chris Watts story that you talked about before?
The guy that killed his kids
and he was
his
like
wife?
supposedly all like he was supposed to be like cursed by his family.
Yeah.
Did you talk about the TV?
Yeah, we talked.
Oh, behind him? Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind.
We talked about that like 3 times.
Yeah, really. Fuck.
You forgot that
Probably
one?
wasn't listening still.
I'm pretty sure you're the one that said something too.
I did? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, like the oil and TV. So
Yeah, the oil and the kid.
Yeah.
Like the newborn.
Yeah.
I thought we told that story, but we didn't see a hidden detail of that.
No, there was.
Never mind.
There was a lot of
Yeah,
it.
that guy's fucking cursed the whole
Yo,
shit.
okay, hold on. There's one more theory about the origin, the blue origin stuff.
Yeah.
I have a theory the whole thing is rage bait.
Like the going up to space.
Yeah, I have a theory like all of that's just rage bait.
Why?
Hear me out. No, it's set up for people to be fucking mad.
No, I feel like, but even talking about the theories and shit, like everyone knows it's fake, but we still conspiracy about it. I feel like we're still feeding into what they want.
I know. We're doing exactly what they want. We're doing exactly. We fucking talk to Amazon. You're probably gonna order something on Amazon later. Shit, I will too. Fuck. But I'm like, be careful, bro. Like think about what we're doing here. Like, we're stuck in the rat race. But yeah. But hear me out. This whole shit was rage bait. You know why?
Why?
They purposely made it. Let's say this is fake, right? They did a bad job of it on purpose. Think about it, Gavin. Think about it. They did a bad job about it on purpose. Why? So we can talk about it. Why? So people can fight about it. Why? Because space is a controversial topic. Some people believe it's not real.
I know.
Also, the whole crew was women, right?
Yeah.
For some people to get mad. They wanted people to get fucking mad.
Oh, yeah.
So it becomes controversial, bro. They want, like, if you can make an issue where people divide each other, the more controversy it is. Because they can get sensitive about things that you can pull up. So for example, let's say like I'm a fan of Pokemon. And then
someone rage baits you?
Yeah, someone rage baits me about Pokemon being this and that. Like, oh, did you know that shit's like, it's bad for your health? Some bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But the reason I love Pokemon is because it reminds me of like my cousin.
Yeah.
My personal connection to it or my emotional attachment to it, the thing I like strive for will make me fucking hate you because it's something that's like that. Yeah. Now, when it comes to like gender issues and shit, even though we talk about it being fake, somebody out there's like, oh, you're hating on it because it's women.
Yeah.
And then that becomes the controversy.
Yeah, that's definitely something going on in Twitter. I don't have Twitter, but like, someone definitely pointed
that's
that out.
That's what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, I mean,
like it's rage bait, fam. Like, I'm not falling for your trap.
I mean, we did though. We're talking about it. We did talk about it. You know what I mean? The fact that we're even sitting here and the title will probably be the space.
I guess I fell for the trap.
You know what I mean?
I guess I fell for the trap.
So now they have an extra like 2 hours or an hour from us talking. They can do something else Because everyone's paying attention to us, bro. We are the problem, Carlos. That's why they haven't taken us out yet.
Some good cheese on the trap, man. Like I'm a mouse, but I still like cheese,
with
bro.
The brioche. They packaged it nice, though.
This is a good trap with good cheese.
You got outplayed. You got rage baited. Holy fuck.
Because what else am I supposed to do? I gotta talk about this shit, right? Like, damn.
Or do we? Because there's probably more important stuff. That's what we see on the media. That's what they put on TikTok.
Yeah, the like blinder theory is, they put this up here so they can blind us and do something else on the other side. Yeah. Like, people are just talking about this, flood the internet with boom, 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 conspiracy. Yeah. And there's actually some shit going on in space. That's what I think. But the only space stuff we know about is this.
It's the Katy Perry shit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And they might be doing that with movies too. I have a theory like they could actually be doing that shit with movies. Yeah. Now, if you think about, I don't want to like give examples because I don't really have an exact example right now. But let's say, for example, there's an issue that happened on a certain day, right? Oh, we can talk about this. So, Sinners is coming out, or like it's out during like Holy Week, Easter, right? Now, the idea of things put into your head transverse based on like what you're thinking about during that theme. So it's Holy Week, but you're trying to put like demonic shit in my mind. So my mind can't go one way all at the same time. Because what does the Bible say? You cannot serve both masters. You can only serve one. Yeah. So if your mind is at one side during the time, you can't see the other side. Yeah. It's like trying to look at it's trying to look like forward and backwards at the same time. It's impossible, right? Yeah, yeah. Like you can't think about two at the same time. Yeah. So because you put two in front of me, a great example. You know why they put two vending machines everywhere you go?
To give you a choice?
To give you a choice. So they have like a Coca-Cola one and they have a Pepsi one on purpose. The reason being is because if you have two of the same thing, you're going to have to make a choice between one or two. If you walk up to one, your choice is, do I buy one or do I not buy one? Yeah. Instead of, which one do I buy?
It's the same shit. It's just like they're both in cahoots, but you have to make a choice.
Yeah. Like you're forced to make a choice now. Yeah, yeah. You're forced to make a choice instead of just you ignoring it.
Yeah. Damn.
Which is even dirtier because what you're doing is you're making a choice over God.
Subconsciously, yeah.
You're making a choice over God now, right? Which is even more dangerous. They're choosing to do this or choosing to do that. And the other decision is to disobey God.
Real shit.
Which is even more Yeah. It's 2025, guys, and I know you guys want to have the best spring and summer of your lives, but what's one way to get there? It starts with health. Now, me personally, when it comes to eating nutritious and eating right, it's very hard when I have to cook my own meals, but luckily I don't anymore with our sponsor, Factor. Eating well has never been this easy. You just take a Factor meal, pop it into the microwave for 2 minutes, and you got a meal ready to go that's tasty and nutritious. So get outside instead of prepping and cooking indoors. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your goals. You can choose from Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. Factor powers your day with satisfying breakfast, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts. It's easy to savor more this spring. Factor meals pack in the flavor with none of the fuss. So get started at factormeals.com/jumpers50 off and use code JUMPERS50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code JUMPERS, JUMPERS 50OFF at factormeals.com/jumpers50 off. That's 50% off plus free shipping. Build your business in just 10 clicks and 10 minutes. Starting your business should be simple. Get more when you start your business with Northwest Registered Agent. Your entire business identity in just 10 clicks and 10 minutes. Northwest Registered Agent has been helping businesses launch and grow for nearly 30 years. If you want to build your business while keeping your personal information secure, Northwest is the partner you need. In just 10 clicks and 10 minutes, they'll form your business, create a custom website, and set up your local presence wherever you need it. Form your business for just $39 plus state fees, backed by real business experts with decades of experience. Northwest is your one-stop business solution. Get everything from formation paperwork to custom domains and trademark registration all in one easy-to-use account. Protect your identity and keep your home address private by using Northwest address on your formation documents. Want more? Northwest Premium Mail Forwarding gives you a physical business address separate from your private information. Don't wait, protect your privacy, and build your brand and set up your business in just 10 clicks in 10 minutes. Visit northwestregisteredagent.com/jumpers and start building something amazing. Get more with Northwest Registered Agent at northwestregisteredagent.com/jumpers, JUMPERS.
During Holy Week, I don't know why they're releasing all the horror films, fam, because there's another one coming out. Like, I know you watched Barbarian.
Yeah, I watched that.
Yes.
Barbarian 2's coming out?
No, they're extending. So, like, you know how Disney has, like, universes? They're making a universe through Barbarian.
Oh,
So-
that's sick.
So it's
That's
called,
pretty
I
fire.
think it's called Weapons, and the marketing is genius. Like, they have they're releasing, like, security footage on the news of kids running out at a specific time, and it's always at 2:17 a.m. And it's just
2/17 that's coming out.
Yeah.
February 17th.
Yeah.
That's fire.
So it's all the kids running, right? And it's kind of like the smile shit, like, you know, like when they got the people
yeah.
like outside. So they're marketing it like that, but they're creating like the whole universe through that movie.
That's pretty
And
sick.
I know it. I didn't watch Barbarian. I only watched parts of it, but like I know that shit was scary.
I told you about
that's
it,
the
right?
one
Yeah.
Airbnb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Airbnbs, yeah.
yeah.
Yo, there's another
What?
There's another movie coming out soon, and this is Jordan Peele.
Oh, I want to
It's
see
called
that.
Him.
Him, yes.
Yeah.
The football one, right?
Now, the theory is that this movie's not just a regular movie Jordan Peele's making just for fun.
yeah, obviously.
This movie is low-key gonna be based on someone's real life.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense.
And real like rituals and sacrifice and demonic shit that they had to go through to be the athlete that they are. So for the people that don't know and haven't watched a trailer, the movie's pretty much about this athlete that wants to be great and he wants to do great things. And as he's making his way up in the trailer, it shows that he's being tempted by spiritual forces, also being pushed into groups that will let him be successful.
My goodness.
But he has to sacrifice more than he can.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Theory, since it's about football, who's the greatest football player?
Who's the
Tom
greatest
Brady.
Oh, it's about Tom Brady.
And like we already know that his wife does what?
witchcraft, yeah.
Yeah. So it might be about Tom Brady. Him. He is not. Only God is.
Yeah,
But
yeah. But I think the him statement is like, oh, I'm him.
Yeah,
this and
yeah.
that.
It's above God.
Yeah.
You're saying.
Yo, think about like all the things people say, like the goat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the goat, that's demonic shit, bro. That's the fucking like the devil head, bro.
Shit, bro.
Him, like, bro, you're not him, dog. Like,
You're not him. Though.
yeah, and why you love calling yourself like, yo, I'm a demon,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
in
yeah.
sports and shit, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
You can call yourself an angel
Real
instead,
shit.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I caught myself doing that today still. And I was like, no, I can't. I prayed right after still. But there's another. I don't know if you watched the new season of Black Mirror.
no, I haven't watched it.
Oh, bro, it's so
But
much.
I seen like they put a Mandela effect,
they
right?
put a Mandela effect in there that is pissing everyone off, right? So they released two versions, and some people got the rare one where you saw both hats in one for some reason. So one of the people picked up a hat and it said Barney's, and in the second version it said Bernie's.
Yeah, that's
So-
sick.
so-
They put a Mandela effect in the show for
That's
you
only
to
some real Black Mirror shit.
yeah, for you to legit make a Mandela effect in real life.
Yes.
That's fire. Though.
W marketing though, because I've seen so much. I've been scrolling on thing, and that's all it is. Is it Bernie's? Is it Barney's?
What was the episode about though?
I don't know. I just know that it's about that Mandela effect.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's supposed to be like very gory and stuff, but I don't know.
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it. I've only seen that thing because it showed up so much. Like I don't care about if it's Barney's or Bernie's. It's giving like the blue or the gold dress.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
who cares, bro? Like
But that's like fabricated though.
Yes.
That's not even a natural, I guess, debate.
it's not.
It's placed in front of you to like
To
make
debate.
you to debate.
Yeah.
But also it's honestly really cool because I like when movies kind of slip into reality.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite movies that slip into reality is exactly like The Matrix. Movies like what's that movie you watched recently? Oh fuck, it's on the tip of my tongue. The one Incantation. Incantation, where you have to take part in it. Where you have to take part and it makes everything look different now. So I think the movies that change reality or change the way you see life in general are low-key the greatest movies. Another one, Inception, changed how we look at dreams.
True.
That Black Mirror episode, Loki's gonna change the way you see Mandela effects. There's the way you, I guess, look at details and stuff.
Yeah. Our merch is literally gonna do that.
Yeah.
we're gonna put like our faces on like the characters and like, wait, what? And in like a couple of years, it'll maybe be in a thrift store. They're gonna be like, this isn't how Scott Pilgrim looked like. He didn't have fucking Spider-Man tattoos. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, do you think there's media you watch like as a kid that kind of pushed you into seeing the world in this light?
Oh, that's damn.
And there's one I think about literally a lot, bro.
Like
anytime I think about books, I always refer back to the books I've read before.
Okay.
And the books we're forced to read. And one of the books that I was made to read was Romeo and Juliet. And I'm pretty sure like almost everywhere in the world, that's one of the requirements everybody has to read. But why? One, it's a great tragedy. And honestly, it's like William Shakespeare. So one of the greatest pieces of art ever.
But I actually don't know why we read it.
But think about it. As kids, in that era where we're starting to love, in the era where we're starting to look at relationships, that's one of the first books we read.
Damn.
Romeo and Juliet. Why? Because it'll change the perspective of how you'll view love, where people are willing to die, people are willing to run away for love. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So right away, like let's say I was raising somebody. Let's say you're an alien.
You would give them Romeo and Juliet right away?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying like, let's say you're an alien and I had to teach you human nature. I would give you certain things to make you see the world and so you can understand people.
Word.
Right? I wouldn't just give you like a horror movie and you're going to think the world is
that
horrific, right? I would give you stuff that you could look at that will relate to human nature and you can understand the way the world works. Boom, 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 right?
That's true.
For example, like Zootopia, it's still like society. You'll understand society even though it's through animals.
Yeah. What's the soul? You would give them soul to like get them emotional and shit like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think there's one in your life that made you see differently, see the world differently?
I thought the only thing I know is after seeing Futurama, I thought that's how the future was gonna go. Like I thought we were just gonna be all robots and stuff like that, but that still hasn't happened.
Isn't Futurama supposed to be 2024 or something like that?
Yeah, like something. It's supposed to be but back then the future was 2024, but now we're in the future and it doesn't look like Futurama. Like I don't have a robot best friend. You know what I mean? It's getting there, but it's like it's not there. Flying cars, all that. You know what I mean? That's the only thing I was like, oh, when I grow up, it's gonna be like this. You know what I mean?
Do you think
it's gonna be like big titty fucking alien girl?
You know what though? I feel it's gonna be like that in low-key 10 years.
See, but we said that like 10 years ago. And
no, but the reason why now is because we have AI now.
Yeah.
So everything's just way faster.
But AI's been a thing though.
No, it hasn't.
It like
not like this.
Not like this. Okay, not like this.
Because now you can speed up everything. I can speed up AI to be a stronger AI by using AI, which is fucked up, right? Because now, because I created a stronger AI, I'm going to have one AI making more AIs that are even stronger, and it's going to keep going.
That's true.
And then I'm going to use that AI to work on this assignment, and that's going to get better. I'm going to say, yo, work on this, boom. And it's unlimited because it's not people.
Yeah, and which is scary because now we're going to get dependent on it. I remember seeing a video where these girls were taking a test like in university, and AI, for some reason, ChatGPT shut down like that exam week. And they were all like, like, oh my God, like this is what I need to pass. But it's like, it shouldn't be like that. You know what I mean? Because you shouldn't be crying over something that's helping you do that. You shouldn't be so dependent on AI to do your homework that you don't even do it no more. You know what I mean? It's scary. Like that video alone is actually low-key scary.
I want to play...
Because remember, my fault. Even remember when you, we were in the airport or something, and you said like, you typed in something. You're like, oh no, our itinerary.
Yeah.
In Hawaii, Joseph just typed in what we were doing that day, what we were doing, blah blah blah. If we didn't do that, we probably wouldn't have like that great of an itinerary. But we still did it. It was like, oh, what are you doing this way? Oh, boom, here, it's close.
Well, it depends what you want.
Yeah.
It depends what you want. If you want life to be easier, then yeah, life can be easier. If you choose for it to be harder, you'll gain different benefits.
Yeah.
So, for example, the benefit I'll gain from not using it is I did it myself. I'll have a sense of accomplishment that I did something hard. But maybe somebody else, they'll choose the pleasure and relaxation. Yeah. They'll gain that instead. But what they'll lose out on is that sense of accomplishment and that sense of overcoming hardships.
So do you think this generation has less wisdom than older generations because they actually went through that shit?
Depends, because what we're in is an influx of information. So somebody could become even wiser than a philosopher years and years ago just because they have so much more information.
That's true.
Which is the truth.
Yeah.
And it's hard for us to understand that, right? Like we deadass have so much information that even fucking philosophers didn't have.
Yeah.
And we have that at our fingertips, right? But it's your choice whether you want to use knowledge or if you just want to fuck around.
And that
And
maybe
chill.
yeah, real shit. Maybe that's why like a lot of people in our generation is lazy because it's like given to us. Like before, back then, they actually had to go do the research for the topics.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, you have to go and experience it yourself. But now it's like, let me type this shit in.
You know how I think about life right now?
How?
If you know those experiments they have with a rat or like a mouse.
Oh, you think
in a
we're
cage?
in where you're like the rats? Oh, the guinea pigs.
Yeah, and then you know how they have that one, I guess, water thing, and they put like a chemical or a drug in it that's addictive, and they'll always go back and drink it instead of drinking the regular water because it's addictive, right?
Yeah.
That's us right now.
Yeah.
Because low key, the mouse can be smart enough to escape the cage, but because it's so addicted, it keeps going back to the water. It doesn't even have time or even the mental time to create a plan and escape. But it really can. Like there's cages that are really just this high with cardboard. The mouse can just climb out. But because it's so addicted, it doesn't focus on escaping. It focuses on its own escape in its head.
Yeah.
Because it's stimulated.
My goodness.
So it's escaping reality, but not escaping its positioning.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. It's scary. And now there's like, you know, like the eye robots. So like these little things, it's like this big where you can put in your house. And like say you had like a family member and stuff like that, and they went out to like vacation. So on their phone, you could literally move the little robot around your house and kind of look like of what's happening.
Yeah.
And if you want to voice enable, you can talk to that person at the house if you need to.
Oh, that's
So
pretty
it's like,
cool.
yeah, it's like
That's pretty
you're
fire.
you're always there because your robot's there, you know what I mean? So some people are like, oh hey, is like the dish is done, and then the robot will go and then look a bit. Oh yeah, it is done.
I had an idea that would be, low-key, this would be like the greatest freaking invention ever.
What?
And it would make a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
I had an idea because I love bunnies. As a kid, I had a pet bunny. Imagine I would sell people bunnies,
Yeah.
but I would also sell a voice box that comes with the bunny, a camera, and somebody else on the other line that will live vicariously
Through the bunny?
through the bunny.
Oh, so yeah, like what I was talking about. Like
Yeah.
like a guardian that would just
Yeah,
look
so
at the
it's
house.
like a Pokemon, but it's a real person on the other end, somewhere in like, I don't want to say like, okay, somewhere in Asia.
Yeah, but you would know that person?
But they get paid, to, you know, be your friend. Or just put the fucking AI in the bunny and it can see what it is and just react like a person reacting to what they see on camera.
Yeah. That would be sick.
That would low-key be
That's
the
literally what they're
future.
doing now. Except,
I think that'll be the future.
Yeah. Except they're not in Asia. They're like a family member.
Wait, do you think people are working on that right now? Where they could give their dog an AI, I guess, camera that can see and then just voice out feelings?
Oh, for dogs?
Yeah, that would probably work.
Probably. Like his actual feelings, what they're trying to...
Yeah, like it could probably translate a bark into being something.
Oh, okay.
Whether it's anxious or whatever.
the
And
only
it
one
doesn't have to be perfectly accurate, right?
Yeah. The only one I know is the dog that hits the hell nah. Or
Yeah.
a treat. You know what I mean? I need to walk. You know what I mean? Those ones. But yeah, there probably is.
I would dead ass get one right now if I could put a device on my dog and then just, I guess, walk around with him being like a sentient being.
Yeah.
That'd be freaking fire.
There's also theories about speed and China.
Speed.
Yeah. So like, you know how like a lot of China and like those countries in Asia are like very censored of what they show the public. There's theories going around that they're paying Speed hella money to endorse the good parts. So it's like that's why he's going to all of Asia and he's doing that big tour in Asia right now only to endorse that part. But we don't see like, I've seen this one lady, I don't know how she vlogs it, but in North Korea, you're not allowed to vlog and put shit up.
In North Korea, you can't at all.
Yeah, only in specific parts, because that's what I read from her TikTok, right? But it's, when she filmed the walkway, it was like gray, it was dark, it was bad. And I'm like, but look at what Speed's doing.
Wait, are you talking about North Korea or China?
And North Korea.
Oh, I thought you said North Korea, my bad.
No, yeah, North Korea. The TikToker?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Speed's like endorsing the other parts, you know what I mean? That's like the
No,
whole
North
theory.
Korea's not China, fam.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
But I'm saying he's going to those places. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
but because that's real. Like they'll
Yeah.
straight up, they'll get influencers to promote their islands.
Exactly.
Because what it is, it's dead ass. That's the way they make money as a country. Yo, there's certain countries in the Caribbean, they rely on tourists, bro.
Yeah.
If there's no tourists coming in, their economy is going to go down. And if you could get, like, I guess the biggest celebrities to come in and endorse the place, yo, they'll get money.
Yeah,
and that's why I had a theory, like, Drake Loki owns a lot of Turks and Caicos.
Oh, Caicos? Yeah,
because a lot of people didn't talk about traveling in there until, like, Drake started posting about
real
it.
shit.
And
I only
all
want
of
to
a
go
sudden
because
it's huge.
Yeah. Because like I haven't heard about Turks and Caicos vacations until he's like on jet skis. He's always there in the summer. You know what I mean?
So theory, and this is not even a theory, this is definitely true. They paid Speed to promote China.
Yeah.
Because there was so much propaganda, and it's not China's fault
The
necessarily.
technology, right? When he like did the boat riding on water, they're definitely trying to push that technology out to the Americans.
The propaganda of China being like, oh, very you can't do stuff. It's very like limiting. I guess society there, they don't have a lot of choices. We don't actually see, we just hear the story.
Yeah.
We hear the news, we hear the story. So the information we get from, I guess, North America is definitely different than what we will get in Asia because we're not there and it's a whole different life, right?
Yeah.
It's just for us to translate to and try to understand. But even then, if the people that are making it are from North America and there's a bias, we'll never know the truth.
Real shit.
So when Speed being there and deadass live streaming in real time, that's what's good is there's no way to really fabricate it unless you're orchestrating the whole meetup, which probably isn't.
Yeah,
happening.
That's too much like setup.
It's a live stream. Like you're straight up like walking out, going to restaurants and stuff like that. That's what it is. It is what it is.
Yep.
So I think the beauty of live streaming is there's less fabrication and you can see, I guess, just realer people, realer content, and less of an agenda and bias.
Yeah, but there is also like a risk of like saying the wrong thing. Like it could probably piss off
I think that's okay. I think it's fine. Like if you piss some people off, yo, you piss some people off. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like I don't think we should hate and I guess condemn someone forever because of something they said. You probably said some crazy shit along the line in your life that you wish you could take back, but you should never condemn someone forever. Yeah. And that's why, forgiveness is always the best thing.
The example I was trying to get to, like, like the Philippines, when he ate like the food there and then everybody started meow meow or something. I'm like, damn, now everybody's gonna think,
like the joke of like Asians?
but now that joke is gonna translate to when people come to the Philippines, they think they're gonna eat the meow meow. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn.
No, but who cares? It's funny.
No, it is funny. But I'm like,
people are too sensitive, bro.
Yeah.
People are too sensitive. Like a joke's a joke, and if you make somebody happy, that's a sense of happiness. So are you gonna hate on somebody for trying to make someone else happy?
Yeah.
Maybe you just hate happiness for them.
When you get pissed,
that's crazy.
When you get pissed if someone actually gave you the meow meow and you didn't know,
because if I ate it, I'd be sad.
Yeah,
I would be low-key sad.
That's what happened to China Mac. There was like
I seen that.
Yeah, and
I seen that.
The guy was like, bro, like, do you want me to tell you? And he's like, of course I want you to tell me what's in this. And then he showed the menu. He's like, all menu is meow meow. And he got pissed, fam.
That's sad.
Yeah,
bro.
that you shouldn't be like. At least tell me what I'm eating. You know what I mean?
I heard some horror stories though that my cousin, one of my cousins in the Philippines,
oh shit,
yeah, they straight up ate it for lunch without knowing what the meat was. And it was like a joke when they came back home. So how'd you like your lunch?
Nah.
Like, yeah, it was good. It was good. Oh, word? It's good? You know what it was, huh? And it was straight up the...
Yeah. Fuck, gang.
Yo, that's sad,
that's
bro.
Sad.
That's sad. And then I think she wanted to throw up and cry and stuff. That's fucked up. That's messed up, bro. But like, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. it's crazy. Yeah, it's just crazy, fam. Like,
but you know what though? Like, you know how in Hawaii, when after all the time we were eating, we either had like very bad itis or like fucking we had to go shit right away. Fam, I had like 2 meals and I still have a shit in like Canada. So I'm like, yo, what is in the food in Hawaii and like what is in the food over here that makes a difference? Because yo, I didn't feel the same after eating in Hawaii. Like in Hawaii, I felt like, oh fuck,
like sluggish.
Yeah, sluggish.
It's more carbs.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, it's more carbs.
Yeah, we did eat hella rice.
Yeah, I was eating
you're right.
And that's the most rice I ate in a long ass time. Yeah, I don't really eat rice like that no more.
Real shit.
Yeah,
unless I go back to my mom's house, then I'll actually eat rice.
I had a reset low key because before when I was a kid, I could only like go take a dump if I ate rice.
Rice, yeah.
But nowadays,
maybe that's why.
Maybe that's why. Holy
I
shit.
just bagged it. Because now
Maybe
you were
that's
eating
why,
rice and
fam.
it kind of resetted our body when we were kids, fam. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna shit.
That's crazy. That's why. Also, theory, ready?
Yeah.
The reason Hawaii is so good is because, especially for, I guess, Asian young adults, because it deadass brings us back to what we were doing when we were kids. Eating hella rice. As a kid, I was eating hella fucking spam.
True.
I was running around, going outside a lot. That's what we're doing.
Hikes.
Going in the sun a lot, sweating hella. Fam, my body just went back in time to becoming a little Filipino kid again.
Real shit. It felt like a fever dream. Like, especially when we were doing the bike ride, because we used to bike a lot when we were kids. But like biking in that seat, like you only have to, like the camera will not do it justice. You have to actually be there and see what you're seeing. Because it looks like a filter in Hawaii. Like imagine you put on those like orange sunglasses or like the LUTs you have in Premiere Pro and you just do this. That's what it looks like. The grass is greener. The water is more turquoise. It's crazy.
Yo, what if you were to take somebody, do an experiment on them, and try to recreate their childhood?
Whoa. Like, how would you do it? Like,
you know how when people have deja vu and it's because they smelled something, seen something, heard something, and it feels too similar? What if you were to orchestrate that?
Isn't that what they do in like Disney World? Because like you're supposed to heal your inner child at Disney World, right?
That's kind of what they do, I guess.
That's what their whole marketing is, right? So imagine you put like a certain scent. You have certain walkways that remind you of shit. You know what I mean? Your whole life you're watching these Mickey Mouse movies and you're finally seeing it come to life. I think that's why it's like that marketing is so good there, because you go there to experience childhood again. They have the Disney adults. You know what I mean? No, it's not. You're trying to be a kid again, bro.
But obviously everyone had a different childhood.
Yeah.
So let's say I took specific ass details from your childhood. I took the perfume of your tita, or I took like the bed sheets of your Lola at the time, and then put you in a room and try to like, I guess, manipulate you into becoming back into your child form.
I feel like that would be so overstimulating, fam.
Would it be calming though?
No.
Wouldn't it be calming?
It was like, I think there's like a crisis. You're like, yo,
why?
Because it's like, damn, it's like, I was so happy then or something, and it's like, it's different now. I feel like you would get the shock right there. Because like, fuck, like, I was so happy when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Those are the good times.
I feel like it would calm me.
Really?
Because anytime I used to go back to my Lola's house, where I was already older, and then just going back and looking back like, wow, I grew up here.
Yeah.
It was a very calming sense. So I think in the same way, and this is crazy too, what was the music I was playing in Hawaii? Throwbacks.
It was.
And I was like, I really, really wanted to play like nostalgic music, throwbacks from 2007, 2005. And maybe it's because I was straight up being pulled back into a younger Carlos because of the setting, the weather, the food, and honestly being with friends outside.
Yeah.
Because realistically, we don't get to do that as often, especially right now.
Yo, that's true. Because it's like, you're a nostalgic type of guy. Maybe that's why you like Hawaii other than these places. Because it's like dead ass your childhood.
But what if certain things you do now trigger the same way and that's why you do them?
Like what?
I don't know. Who knows what it could be? For some people, it could just straight up be video games. Because it triggers a sense of safeness being with friends as a kid playing video games.
I grew out of that already. Like, video games doesn't feel nostalgic to me no more. It feels too advanced.
But gaming with friends, you don't think it like... Because you still game with...
I still game with friends, yeah. But like there was a point in my thing where I didn't have like an Xbox, so I didn't experience that. So now I'm finally experiencing that. And I mean, I missed out on a lot of memories. Especially when like Fortnite came out, I had no PC.
Did I ever tell you about the game?
What game?
The movie, The Game?
No.
So, okay, this is really interesting. It's a movie, and it's pretty much this millionaire, and his brother went through this, I guess. It's literally called The Game, and it changes his life. It's supposed to be a whole process of adventures and things happening around you that will trigger your brain to think of life differently, delete all your traumas, delete any bad, negative ideas you have in your head, and make you a pure person. And what they do is they pretty much manipulate things around you in your everyday life without you knowing.
Damn.
So what they'll do is, let's say a mailman dropping something off, he would be hired by this company to drop it off and say something to you in a certain way so that you'll go on your day doing something else, bring you down another path to go to another store or do something else. But they're manipulating your life because at the end of this, we're going to delete your trauma. I think I talked about this before. It's called The Game.
I think so, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Do you think, would you take part in something like this where it would make your life better?
But delete all my traumas.
Delete your traumas, make your life better. But it would take like going through a rigmarole of puzzles, escape rooms and shit. But it's a real life.
No, I don't think I would. Because I feel like the traumas is what makes you, right?
Now this is the kicker. Ready?
Yeah.
That's what life is. Because you continue going through a rigmarole of puzzles, mysteries, bad relationships, good relationships, friends.
While carrying that trauma.
And it's your choice whether or not to uncover it, figure out the puzzle, or solve it.
Yeah. Gotcha. That was a good one still. With The Game? That's how like...
It's a movie called The Game. Yeah, it's with Michael Douglas.
Okay.
And in his... It's so
What does
fucked
he
up.
choose? What does he choose?
No, he does it. Like, that's the point of the movie. He does it, and there's so much shit happens to him. I'm gonna spoil it. Like, spoiler alert right now. If you're gonna watch the movie, it's a great movie. Yeah. Spoiler. At the end of the movie, he has a gun in his hand, and he's pointing at someone that he thinks wants to kill him.
Yeah.
And he shoots, but right when he shoots, the door is open behind the person that he was shooting at, and it's his brother. Brother gets shot, and he's holding like a birthday cake to give him.
Whoa.
And he thought he killed his brother.
Yeah.
Right there, right then.
So
what he does, he goes to the edge of the cliff of the building because he's on a rooftop.
Yeah.
And he jumps to his death. But jumping to his death wasn't to his death because at the bottom was a big platform. Like, you know those things that save people that fall?
Yeah.
At the bottom. And he survived because they knew in his head that if he saw him killing his own brother, he would try to kill himself and jump off the building. And they prepared for that.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, he survived.
So
and
he has
realized,
to live with it.
And he realized all the things he didn't like, all the things he did love about his life, being grateful for his brother, and everything changed. And he became a different person. Damn, he was a businessman that was so focused on riches, money, pleasures, and all that bullshit. And he became a man that was more focused on relationships and, good vibes.
Fire.
So it changed his life. But it manipulated the way he was going to move or, I guess, carry out in his day with. Crazy.
That was his second life. Like, how
that's say, like his rebirth.
Yeah. Every man has two lives, right? Like when you finally realize that it's not about what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pretty sick.
One when you're born and one when you realize you have one.
Yes. Damn. It's kind of crazy. I might have to watch that still.
It's good.
Even though you spoiled it, I feel like it will still be crazy to me.
It's still pretty crazy.
Okay.
It's still pretty crazy.
Bad.
But like the ending's like what's making it.
Yeah.
But like still, it's insane. It's actually insane.
Bad. Let's end it there.
We'll end it there. Okay. Thank you everyone for watching this episode of the Jumper Zone Podcast. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Make sure going out to Spotify, Apple. Keep rating us a 5-star. We love you guys, man.
And yeah, if you guys see any other Twitch streams that we be doing, go check out on our Instagrams and go watch with us because we be streaming out. The whole house, the Jumpers house, been making content. Catch you guys there. Jumpers jump out.
Deuces.